Hello, everyone. Welcome to the WMU Homer Stryker, MD, School of Medicine Virtual Gala, WMed Live, a first decade celebration. My name is Ed Montgomery, and I'm president of Western Michigan University and chairman of the WMed Board of Directors. On behalf of the entire WMed community, our founding dean, Dr. Hal Jensen, our new dean, Dr. Paula Termulin, the medical school board of directors, along with the faculty, residents, fellows, staff, and students, we thank you for joining us today. It's a privilege to introduce two very special couples, the co-chairs and underwriters of today's celebration. Without their engagement and financial support, this celebration would not be possible. Our first co-chair couple is Mr. Bill Johnston and Ms. Rhonda Stryker. They have become symbols of the community activism and advocacy for social advancement in our community, and we are very fortunate that they support the mission of the medical school. Our second co-chair couple is Mr. Bill Parfit and Mrs. Barbara Parfit. Bill is a well-known philanthropist and business leader who, together with his wife Barbara, have made important leadership and financial contributions to both Kalamazoo and WMed. Please join me in welcoming our co-chair couples.
Thanks so much, Ed. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bill Johnston. On behalf of my wife, Rhonda, and our co-chairs, Bill and Barbara Parfit, we thank you so much for joining for WMed's 10th anniversary celebration. Today, we gather virtually to celebrate the accomplishments of the medical school's first decade, to recognize our founding dean, Dr. Hal Jensen, on the occasion of his retirement, and of course, to enthusiastically welcome Dr. Paula Termulin.
That's exactly right, Bill. Barbara and I are delighted to be with you and Rhonda in chairing this special 10th anniversary celebration for Kalamazoo's Medical School. The live virtual event is going to be fun for everybody today. In this, of course, live event replaces the medical school's traditional Imagine Gala, which could not be held this year because of the restrictions imposed by COVID-19. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have a great time. It's going to be real special today. So sit back, relax, get ready for a great time. As you've already seen, the celebration already got started with today's pre-show. We want to thank Congressman Fred Upton, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and the WMed employees, faculty, residents, and students who shared the congratulations with the medical school, and best wishes to our founding dean, and to honor the dean on the occasion of his retirement. We've got a fabulous show for you this afternoon. We'll be showcasing highlights from WMed's first 10 years. We will be toasting Hal Jensen, the retiring dean. We also have some fabulous entertainment along with a special message from Dr. Francis Collins, Director of the National Institute of Health, and a special message from Dr. Scoten, the President of the Association of American Medical Colleges. Plus, we will get to formally welcome the new dean, Dr. Paula Termulin, to WMed.
Okay, Bill. I think it's time for us to get rolling. Let's watch the highlight reel of WMed's first decade.
Before the walls, the iBooks, the white coats. Before the first student entered the TBL hall for the first time. The heartbeat of WMed, its mission to educate and inspire lifelong learners, was conceived. How? It was clear, by being exceptional clinicians, leaders, educators, advocates, and researchers of tomorrow.
And where? A place rich with excellence in education, healthcare, and life science exploration. The birthplace of WMed would be Kalamazoo, Michigan.
The day was March 22nd, 2011. Operation Historical Moment in WMed's birthday.
I welcome you here today for this groundbreaking event.
made stoves for a while, we made cabs for a while, we made medicine for a while. Now we're going to make physicians.
Quickly, the school learned to crawl, walk, and run all at the same time. This was the first day on the job for founding dean, Dr. Hal Jensen.
The same day, a $100 million cash gift was given in memory of Dr. Homer Stryker, foreshadowing the promising life and growth just around the corner.
And it's hard to believe, only 7 years ago, that community interest in a new medical school was sparked.
Now to have the opportunity to present to you the inaugural class for the Western Michigan University Homer Stryker, MD, School of Medicine.
It takes a village to raise a child. With parents Western Michigan University, Ascension Borges, Bronson Healthcare, and the Kalamazoo community alongside WMed was destined for greatness as a private medical school with diverse funding streams.
The merger of MSU KCMS ensured clinical education, patient care, residency training, and a robust administrative infrastructure would serve as the foundation for WMed to mature at a rapid pace.
WMed found its residence for medical education when great-grandson of Dr. W.E. Upjohn, William Parfett, donated an iconic building in downtown Kalamazoo.
This $78 million renovation created an educational hub with innovative learning spaces, research and forensic pathology laboratories, a state-of-the-art simulation center, and much more that would soon become home as the W. Upjohn MD campus.
We are training young, talented, bright doctors.
And as a Kalamazoo Promise graduate, it's great to be able to have this facility in my hometown.
The time is now and the future is here at Western Michigan University Homer Stryker, MD, School of Medicine.
Moving from infancy to adolescence, WMed's footprint has expanded beyond Oakland Drive and the psychiatry office, with campus locations at Mall Drive in Portage, the Innovation Center, Family Health Center, and Grace Health in Battle Creek. Quickly, the medical school grew to be 10 years old, with 144 employed faculty, 241 residents, 517 staff, and 816 community faculty in 18 academic departments and programs, with 337 enrolled students.
In its first decade, WMed has been recognized for its high standards for excellence through accreditation on all fronts: undergraduate, graduate, and continuing medical education, human research protection, clinical services, and more.
Recognized as thought leaders in medical education, WMed faculty created a comprehensive, innovative 4-year MD curriculum, and the school offers 3 Master of Science degree programs, as well as dual degree options.
The school's inaugural medical student class graduated in May of 2018, setting the bar high for future classes who have achieved 99% or 100% match rate into competitive residency programs and high scores on medical licensing exams.
Here we are finally at match day.
University of Chicago, Harvard South Shore,
SUNY Upstate, Syracuse, New York.
I'm very proud to be a member of the inaugural class of 2018. Surrounded by 47 brilliant and inspiring brand new physicians.
I confer unto each of you the degree Doctor of Medicine. Congratulations.
And this growth spurt hasn't slowed with the addition of new residency and fellowship programs in family medicine, obstetrics and gynecology, forensic pathology, and simulation, just to name a few.
WMed Health, the clinical practice of the medical school, has added muscle with 330 plus providers delivering 63,000 annual outpatient visits and more than 36 primary care and specialty service lines.
Department of Pathology faculty serve as the office of the medical examiner for counties in Michigan and northern Indiana, completing over 1,000 annual autopsy exams.
WMed, while relatively young when it comes to the pace of scientific discovery, absolutely has the DNA of Kalamazoo's century-long research legacy, establishing a solid foundation for innovation and discovery.
Our founding donor started the tradition of giving that has engaged donors from across the community in supporting the medical school mission.
We draw on our collective strength
and passion to serve as we create pipelines for a more diverse medical school,
as well as future healthcare workforce, and as we partner with community and other academic institutions.
WMed's economic impact from 1 year, 2020, has added 1,600 jobs, with $353 million spent locally, and with each future year, this economic impact will continue.
In response to COVID-19, WMed was proactive with safety measures to continue student learning and resident training, caring for our patients in person and through telehealth, as well as staffing clinics to vaccinate the community of Southwest Michigan.
We've built now the medical school, we've created the faculty and the curriculum, and now we've graduated our first class of medical students. We still have a ways to go. There are a lot of opportunities left for us in Kalamazoo for the future.
And in the blink of an eye, with the support of you and so many during our first decade, WMed has grown up from infancy to adulthood.
We are fulfilling our mission to educate and inspire lifelong learners as we aspire to achieve our vision to be a national leader among medical schools. Together we learn, together we heal, together we innovate, together we serve. And today, together we celebrate.
Bill, what a great historical recap. Feels like just yesterday when we were together shoveling dirt when the medical school was being built. 10 years has passed so quickly. It's really exciting to see the many ways that Kalamazoo's medical school is having such a positive impact in our community.
I couldn't agree with you more. And now, as we shift gears a little bit, we've got some great entertainment for you. It's my pleasure to introduce the long-running former TV host of Dancing with the Stars, Tom Bergeron. Now he's going to take these hallowed halls and turn it into a dance studio. So take it away, Tom.
Well, hi there. Tom Bergeron here in my backyard in California. I'm a modest two-time Emmy winner. But enough about me. I want to congratulate the WMU Homer Stryker MD School of Medicine on your 10th anniversary. Dean Jensen, congrats on your retirement. And now, even though I'm a little bit rusty in this regard, let me introduce a group of star dancers. Join me in welcoming the WMU student dancers. Now, that's your cue.
Wasn't that incredible? And now we welcome the man who back in 2007 sparked community interest and had the vision to create a medical school right here in Kalamazoo. WMU President Emeritus and founding chairman of the WMed Board of Directors, Mr. John Dunn.
Thank you, Scott. What an honor it is to be here today for this very, very special celebration. Happy birthday, WMed. You're 10 years old this year, and I am overjoyed. Everyone in the WMed community should be proud of all that has been accomplished during this first decade. Starting a medical school is not easy, but I know, and we all know, that we hired the right leader for the job as founding dean. Hal Jensen brought his experience, his intellectual skills and talents to the job from day one. But more importantly, Hal, I want to personally thank you for your relentless commitment, tireless effort, loyalty, and extraordinary dedication that made all the difference to your leadership. The dream of a new medical school right here in Kalamazoo came true. Thank you. It was my privilege to work with you on this very important endeavor that has made such a lasting impact in our community and beyond. Now, let's learn more about our founding dean, Dr. Hal Jensen.
Thinking back on those times when I thought that I might want to become a physician, I was out on the front porch and my parents had a couple of friends over. We heard the moans of our next door neighbor, and she was moaning out crying for help. So I run around the house and I run around their driveway, and there she is. She had fallen and she was in this pool of blood. So what do? I go running back to get my mom, because my mom's a nurse and she'll know what to do. So I went through medical school and went into pediatrics because I was going to be a geneticist. Well, halfway through my first year of pediatric residency, I realized I liked it a lot when patients got better.
Certainly, one of the best hires that we had was to have Dr. Jensen become the founding dean.
Hal exemplified grace under pressure because the pressure was on from day one.
You know, right away we knew that we had a dean with credentials.
Number one, clearly Hal is a leader. Number two, he's a visionary. And number three, he's practical.
He's watching, listening, paying attention, motivated to do the right thing, and brings a lot of wisdom to the decisions that he makes.
He cares deeply about patients. He hasn't forgotten why he went into medicine to begin with.
When you put a new captain in a ship, you don't know what's going to happen. But in this case, we put a new captain in a new ship who is going out of a new port in uncharted waters. So I was going to pay attention. So this ship sails on with this terrific momentum that he's established. So he deserves the credit for that.
Hal was appointed to the National Resident Matching Program Board of Directors in 2006 by the American Hospital Association. So that was the first time that I met Hal. And as many people know, Hal is a force of nature. He was instrumental in creating something that is known as the Match Week Supplemental Offer and Acceptance Program, which really revolutionized Match Week for medical students and program directors. And I think that is his greatest legacy for the NRMP.
When was Kilimanjaro? What year was that? And when did you first get the idea to go for it?
So the first time I went, I think it was 2016. And then a couple of years ago, I took my wife and my daughter and her husband. You climb Kilimanjaro one step at a time, and you build a medical school one step at a time. On the way up, there are several camps that you would stay at overnight as you get higher and higher. With a medical school, you have several milestones, achieving this level of success, the next level, and then finally accreditation. It's mostly the feeling of accomplishment by being at the summit of the highest peak in Africa. It's just been a special opportunity to be a physician because patients share with you their most private, their most intimate problems, their most inner emotions and feelings. And that's really a sacred trust. And being able to help them is probably, I think, the most important thing we can do in life. My mom came over and, as I went back to get her, she said, go get some towels. And so we were able to bandage it up a bit before the ambulance came. And I realized I didn't like the feeling of not knowing what to do. And so that episode, not ever wanting to be in a situation where I didn't know what to do and how to address it, led me to think about, well, I want to become a physician so I can help people. We're still climbing as a medical school because the challenges are still in front of us. I would say where we are today compared to climbing a mountain, yeah, we're on the peak today, but the mountain keeps growing every day, every year, and you have to keep climbing to stay on the peak. We all stand on the shoulders of giants who preceded us. The impact of this medical school is very significant, far beyond the impact in Kalamazoo. It's really having an impact across the country.
What would you say you're going to miss the most?
The people. We've got great faculty, great staff, great residents, and great students. And that's really the pleasure of being able to be the dean, is to work with such great people. For the past 10 years, the medical school really has been my heart and passion. It still will.
And now we welcome to the stage our very own founding dean, Dr. Hal Jensen, and representing the 3 affiliates of WMed, Dr. Edward Montgomery, President of Western Michigan University, Mr. Bill Manns, President and CEO of Bronson Healthcare, and Mr. Peter Bergman, President and CEO of Ascension Borges.
Hal, working with you these past few years has been one of the real joys of my work with the medical school and the university. I have two announcements to share with you. First, on behalf of the WMed Board of Directors, I want to present you with this resolution of appreciation, acknowledging your 10 years of outstanding service and leadership in developing the medical school. You will always be the founding dean, but now you will serve as Dean Emeritus and Professor Emeritus in the Department of Pediatric and Adolescent Medicine. Now, as a lasting legacy of your innovative leadership, I am pleased to announce that one of WMed's principal gift donors has stepped forward to honor you by making a gift to name and endow the deanship of the medical school in your honor. All future deans of WMed will from now on be known as the Hal B. Jensen, MD, Dean. I can't think of a more fitting tribute and legacy. Congratulations again, Hal.
But wait, there's more. So, Hal, it's my pleasure to announce that another gift has been made to WMed in your honor. The donor of this gift has requested that we simply recognize you on this, your special day. A gift to name and endow the Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences degree program has been made in your honor. This gift is in recognition of your tremendous leadership and advocacy for the importance that it plays in attracting and retaining students underrepresented in medicine to become prepared for WMed's MD degree program. This will be a lasting tribute to your advocacy for the importance of diversity and inclusion in medical education. Congratulations. Thank you.
Hal, that's right, and we're not done yet. It's my special privilege to let you know that you are also being honored today for your role in advocating the importance of research as a key component in medical education. A donor has made a gift in your honor to name the research floors of the W.E. Upjohn MD campus as the Hal B. Jensen Research Institute. In recognition of your advocacy for pioneering research at the medical school, congratulations, Hal. The podium is yours.
Thank you, Peter. This first decade for WMed has been a remarkable journey, both for the medical school and for me personally. I am deeply grateful for the honors that are announced today, and I want to express my sincere appreciation to today's co-chair couples, our medical school collaborators, the WMed Board of Directors, and the donors for this exceptional recognition. I especially want to thank the entire WMed community, the faculty, staff, residents, fellows, and students for your engagement and dedication to this medical school. 10 years ago, I knew that it would be challenging to start a new medical school. Together, we have shown that when the WMed community and the Kalamazoo community work in collaboration, that we can accomplish the amazing. It has been my honor and privilege to serve as the medical school's founding dean. The long days and hard work have been rewarding because of our successes and accomplishments and reaching momentous goals. But beyond the achievements, it has been the opportunity of a lifetime for me, and the best part of my journey, to have worked with so many talented, dedicated, and caring individuals who have made the hard work personally fulfilling and full of joy and, yes, even fun. In my retirement, even though I may come and go from Kalamazoo, my heart is always here. The spirit of WMed is extraordinary. Thank you for letting me be a part of this amazing medical school.
Hal, I have to be honest and say that this is a bittersweet moment for Rhonda and me, and I'm confident for Bill and Barbara too. 10 years ago, when you were appointed the founding dean of WMed, we were delighted that the medical school was able to attract the talents of someone with your tremendous experience and accomplishments. However, we really had no idea just how fortunate we all really would be to have your vision, your drive, your capacity to create a new medical school with a clinically integrated curriculum and simulation and research opportunities for our students. It's been remarkable, Bill, it really has.
I couldn't agree more with the sentiments just expressed by Bill. Hal, you were a new captain on a new ship in uncharted waters, and we couldn't have chosen a better admiral to run the thing. Congratulations and thank you for all you've done to make this such a wonderful asset for our community, our region, and our state and nation. Thank you.
Hal, I know that if Rhonda's grandfather, Homer Stryker, were alive today, he would be absolutely thrilled by what you have accomplished in 10 short years as the founding dean of WMed. Furthermore, if he were alive today, he would be truly honored to have his name associated with a medical school that has accomplished so much so quickly during your first decade.
Hal, I hope you know just how grateful and delighted Barbara and I are with the value proposition WMed is bringing to the Kalamazoo and to Southwest Michigan and to our entire region. On behalf of the members of our community, all the donors, the employees, the students, the alumni, parents, and friends of the medical school, thank you for your outstanding service as a founding dean for this great institution. Thank you.
And Hal, we hope that your wife, Cindy, and you will enjoy your retirement. You earned it, although, as Dr. Dunn said, you're way too young to retire. But thank you for all you have done to successfully launch WMed. We hope that you will visit us and that you will visit us often. You will always be welcome in the halls of WMed.
Okay, now we'll shift gears a little and let others participate. I'd like to share with you a very special message from the director of the National Institutes of Health, Dr. Francis Collins. Dr. Collins is the only presidentially appointed NIH director to serve more than one administration. He's an elected member of both the National Academy of Medicine and the National Academy of Sciences, was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2007, and received the National Medal of Science in 2009. In 2020, he was elected a foreign member of the Royal Society and was also named the 50th winner of the Templeton Prize, which celebrates scientific and spiritual curiosity. Also, Dr. Collins is Dr. Fauci's boss. So it's a great pleasure that I welcome Dr. Collins.
Hello, I'm Dr. Francis Collins, Director of the National Institutes of Health. And it is my great pleasure as a former Michigander to extend my personal congratulations to the Western Michigan University Homer Stryker MD School of Medicine on the 10th anniversary of the founding of your medical school. Congratulations also to Dr. Hal Jensen on your retirement as founding dean and your transition to emeritus dean and professor at WMed. And a special welcome to Dr. Paula Termulin on your appointment as the new dean of WMed. And thank you to gala hosts, Rhonda Stryker and her husband, Bill Johnston, along with Bill Parfit and Barbara Parfit for your leadership in gathering your community together to celebrate this milestone in the life of Kalamazoo and Southwest Michigan. And may I say, you guys know how to party. I saw all the other people who were going to show up for this. It was quite a list. And by the way, you also know how to make really cool videos. I did have a look at your match day video, and I don't know that I've ever seen one quite like that. So creativity abounds at WMed. As a medical doctor myself, I can tell you there has never been a more important time to educate new physicians that will address in creative ways the healthcare challenges of our time and proactively contribute to medical research. We will need those physicians and physician scientists to address threats to global health, like the coronavirus, which we have been going through with great stress and difficulty over the last year and a half, but also to advance healthcare equity across America and the world and provide high quality patient care in every venue. I salute WMed and all of the supporters, faculty, staff, students, and residents for the important work you are doing as one of the nation's newest and most innovative medical schools. I look forward to continuing to hear great things about WMed and all your alumni during the new decade ahead. Congratulations and have a great celebration.
Wow, a message from Dr. Collins himself. We are so appreciative of Dr. Collins to take time to record such a heartwarming greeting for WMed. And now it's time to sit back, relax, and listen to another very special greeting and musical performance from Mr. Kenneth Bruce Gorelick, an American smooth jazz saxophonist, also known as Kenny G.
Hey, it's Kenny G here with a beautiful shout out and tribute to you, Dr. Hal B. Jensen. And this is from the WMU School of Medicine medical students. They want you to know, as WMU Homer Stryker, MD, School of Medicine's founding dean, on this 10-year anniversary, they want you to know that your legacy and leadership will never be forgotten, and they want to wish you a happy retirement mountain climbing. And now I get to do the fun part and play a song just for you in your honor. Congratulations.
I'd like to introduce our new dean, Dr. Paula Termeulen, who started her role on May 1st. Dr. Termeulen is a professor of surgery, and since 2015, she was the regional dean for the Duluth campus at the University of Minnesota Medical School, serving more than 130 students in their first 2 years of medical school and 50 faculty educators and scientists in the mission of training physicians for rural and Native American communities. Following a comprehensive national search process, Dr. Termeulen's leadership and experience in academic medicine, coupled with her interpersonal and relationship skills, resonated with the medical school community. We're so pleased to have her with us to lead WMed into our next decade of success. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Paula Termeulen.
Thank you, Dr. Montgomery. I am so glad to be here at WMed and to be here today for this very special celebration. Congratulations, Hal, and to the entire WMed community for all that you have accomplished during your first decade. You should all be very proud. WMed's first decade of success provides a solid foundation for building future innovations in medical education, patient care, research, and service. I look forward to working closely with everyone in the WMed community, as well as our collaborators and community partners, to take the medical school to the national prominence in the years ahead. Now, I am pleased to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. David J. Skorton, the President and CEO of the Association of American Medical Colleges. The AAMC is a non-for-profit institution that represents the nation's medical schools, teaching hospitals, and health systems, and academic societies.
Congratulations to WMU Homer Stryker, MD, School of Medicine on your 10th anniversary. And a very special welcome to Dean Paula Termeulen. Congratulations, Dean Jensen, on your retirement and the success of WMed during its first 10 years. A big Thank you to your hosts this afternoon, Rhonda Stryker and Bill Johnston, along with Bill and Barbara Parfit for chairing WMed's 10th anniversary gala. Wish I could have been there. Starting a new medical school requires vision, inspiration, careful planning, and a little leap of faith. And today, I'm honored to celebrate the long-term viability of what began as an experiment 10 years ago. It's hard to remember a time when all of you were not here, when you were not making a valuable and lasting impact in so many ways, introducing medical advances through the innovative research programs that you have created, developing a robust pipeline of new doctors who are making contributions to Kalamazoo's major healthcare systems and beyond, launching new healthcare-related business ventures through the WMed Innovation Center, and benefiting the citizens of Kalamazoo and Southwest Michigan through a rich array of programs and the jobs that you've created in the region. My heartfelt thanks and congratulations to Dean Jensen and to all of you, whether you're faculty, residents, fellows, staff, students, or community faculty. You've already made a significant mark, not just on the field of medicine, but on the people whose lives have benefited from that knowledge and on the communities that have flourished amid your hearty contributions. You know, a decade also feels like a short time because you've accomplished so much so quickly, as the video we watched earlier today shows. In this blink of an eye, in terms of the life of a medical school, you've built a solid foundation for a positive trajectory for the upcoming decades. At the pace you're going, I can't help but think of what's next. As Nelson Mandela has said, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. And that's especially true when I see the intentional efforts WMed has undertaken around diversity, equity, and inclusion. Your early introduction to Health Careers Pipeline programs, along with the new Trailblazers program and the Student Athlete to Healthcare Careers Pipeline program, are tremendous opportunities to promote and increase diversity at WMed. I can't underscore enough the importance of what you're doing and why racism is indeed a public health issue that WMed and all of academic medicine must take on. Longstanding discrimination against all marginalized communities has created dramatic health inequities in this country. Ultimately, racism and poverty influence the social determinants of health, affecting quite literally who in this country survives and who suffers. Now is our time to act. That's why at the AAMC, we have added community collaborations to the core missions of academic medicine, alongside clinical care, research, and education. We've done this because engaging in two-way ongoing dialogues with patients and their families in our communities is crucial to our ability to eliminate long-standing health inequities. And as we commemorate all of the many accomplishments of WMed today, I encourage you to look ahead to what's next in your second decade and how you'll continue to build community collaborations into everything you do. The AAMC is here as a resource, and I look forward to what we can learn from you as you discover new approaches. And I'm positive that given how much you've already accomplished in such a short time, you'll continue leading the way. So congratulations to WMed and everyone in Kalamazoo on the 10th anniversary of the WMU Homer Stryker MD School of Medicine. I, along with everyone at the AAMC, look forward to seeing WMed's continuous contributions to medical education during the next decade. Special welcome to Dean Paula Termulin. I'm confident under your leadership, the national reputation of WMed is sure to continue to grow. I'd like to offer a personal note in closing to Dr. Jensen. You have dedicated so much innovation and energy to building this institution from conception to accreditation that as Emeritus Dean of WMed, I look forward to having you use some of your time and expertise to devote to service to AAMC and medical education nationally. Thank you and congratulations, everyone.
And now it is my special pleasure to introduce a really important couple back to the stage. Bill Johnston and Rhonda Stryker are longtime philanthropists with deep roots in Kalamazoo.
Thanks so much, Scott. This next segment of the program is really near and dear to Rhonda and my hearts. For those of you that know us, you know that being strong advocates for the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion in higher education and medical education really is a part of our daily lives.
That's right. And one of the things I know for sure is my grandfather and dad would be so proud to know what WMed has done and is currently doing to increase the diversity of the next generation of physicians for our region and across the country.
It is our pleasure to introduce this next video on the role of diversity, equity, and inclusion as a cornerstone, really, of the future of medical education at WMed. You're going to have a special opportunity to listen to the stories of our students.
We're just really at our infancy stage as an institution, so now we're starting to walk, right?
When I interviewed, they said, we want you to go out to the community and find out what the community needs. Not what the school wants to bring to the community. What does the community need from us so that we can bring that to the school?
A lot of people here on campus are really big advocates for wanting to talk about those health disparities and incorporating those into the curriculum.
As a medical school, we have the researchers, we have the specialists, we have the people to actually make a difference in the health outcomes for this community.
Every medical school who has a D&I program, a diversity inclusive program, should increase the underrepresented population in medicine.
WMed's made a lot of strides in the right direction.
We've got work to do in medicine. We've got work to do in our country. And that's of highest priority for Rhonda and I.
There's already a disparity of Black medical physicians, but the percentage is smaller for Black women physicians, way smaller. It's really important to have a doctor that looks like you or has that similar experiences of you.
We really are trying to really make inroads in how we are attracting future healthcare providers by really teaming up with communities.
One of the programs that I have is the Pathway programs, really for the youth in this community so that they can understand about career possibilities.
Well, the Pipeline program is intended to expose our students to the field of healthcare, but then also to inspire young people.
Your brain controls a lot of the different functions of your body, so you absolutely want to check out his heart, his lungs, everything else.
But thank you so much, M2s, for everything you guys have done for us, for coming prepared every Zoom class, for your hard work and effort towards mentoring us during this year.
Really affirmed my decision of wanting to go into the medical field and become a doctor someday.
We've partnered with the Gospel Mission, one of the homeless shelters here in Kalamazoo, and we started doing screenings for high blood pressure, for diabetes, and really helping them to navigate resources.
We are here at one of our pop-up vaccine clinics to reach communities that are medically underserved.
That's a decades and centuries long problem, and it's going to take decades and centuries to fix. But we as medical students take a lot of steps every day to figure out how we can write that in our own time, in our own way.
This time in our country, as we've really started to take on the challenges of racism in a very open way, we have the opportunity to set things up differently.
We know that we do not have a representation of students of color in medicine that we should have. And we know we can change that condition, and we are confident that we are going to continue to make great progress.
Thank you for making WMed
an inclusive place to study medicine.
Thank you for making WMed a workplace that values diversity and inclusion.
Thank you for helping to make WMed a welcoming and inclusive community for all.
WMed is truly making important strides in diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Next, I'd like to introduce to you two talented entertainers from two very different genres of music. No matter what you happen to listen to at home, hopefully you'll appreciate the fun and humor these two bring to the stage for WMed Live. Let me welcome R&B hip-hop artist Neo and country music star T.G. Shepherd.
Hey, what's going on? This is Neo giving a shout out to WMU Homer Stryker School of Medicine. Congratulations to WMed as you celebrate your 10-year anniversary. Thank you for your students and your faculty for being frontline heroes during this COVID-19 pandemic madness. Thank y'all so much for the work that you do. It's super duper important. Best wishes on the new decade ahead. Keep doing what you do. We need more like you, all right? It's Neo. Peace and love.
Hey y'all, T.G. Shepard here. Best wishes to every one of you who are celebrating the 10th anniversary of WMed. Now, I know that Dr. Jensen had received a very special message from R&B artist Neo. But my message today is to Dean Paula Termulin, because she really supports real music, country music. Have a good show.
Thank you to Neo and T.G. Shepard. And the next portion of our virtual gala has been developed to show you, our donors and supporters, the impact of your philanthropy in advancing the mission of the medical school. Every dollar donated to the WMed Live 10th Anniversary Gala will go to expanding the educational opportunities for our students. Please watch now to see how your donations are making a very real difference.
My name is Francine A.M. Afi Greathario. I'm from Maryland, but my parents both are from Ghana.
My name is Ernie Morton, born in Michigan, Grand Rapids area in particular.
I was from Vietnam, and my parent immigrated here to Arizona to live with my grandma.
I grew up in a very small farm town, like an hour and a half from here.
My name is Rosemary Vergara. My parents are immigrants from Nicaragua, so I'm a first-generation American here.
My mom, she's a teacher, and my dad, he's a courier/Uber driver. So they cannot afford for me to go to medical school.
We're learning these things so that we can help these people. Like, we are not just learning these things so we can pass a test.
I was so afraid of my dreams not coming true over something that's out of my control. And I'm like, it's not my mom's or dad's fault. I'm so proud of their sacrifices. I wanted to take their opportunity that they gave me. It's just that glass ceiling of, I can't afford it.
If you want to have students that come from these backgrounds, that add to the diversity in thought, part of what goes in hand with that is that making sure that they're okay once they get here. And so scholarships make that a possibility.
I think there's a level of thought leadership that comes with having a school of medicine in our local community that brings forth a plethora of other opportunities for the local families.
Healthcare and education are the two sectors that are absolutely critical to a population growing and achieving its potential.
Kalamazoo has to do things smarter. The hospital takes care of the people, but WMed trains the people that work in the hospital.
It's definitely a rewarding thing to be able to give back. People are really making an investment in their future.
We've got a certain amount of students who are maybe qualified to go to medical school, but because of the heavy cost and financial condition that they might find themselves in, maybe they can't quite make it work, and maybe this will help some of them work.
You see that what you do in the moment will have an impact on not just your children, but your children's children. And it goes beyond, just a legacy gift, which is really important for us to support that. But it's about how we behave and how we support each other.
It doesn't have to be a huge gift, just a gift from the heart, so that as a community we're sharing with each other our own individual successes so we can all live together as a community a better, healthier, longer life.
Financial aid here was huge. It actually made my decision for me.
I wouldn't be here without people providing some sort of scholarship. I am 100% dedicated to paying that forward someday.
To all the donors, first of all, thank you very much, especially when it's things like this, where you can see the qualities of the person whose name it's in.
Knowing that the community supports me and will continue to support the school in the future really makes a difference.
Just that miracle of having that scholarship to come here. Dreams do come true. I was cynical at first, but dreams do come true. And that's where most of my positivity comes from, because, wow, Like, I worked hard and I'm here.
And now, join me in welcoming Dr. Paula Termullion, the Dean of WMed, to the stage.
Thank you, Scott. Wow, what an exciting celebration this has turned out to be. As the new dean of the medical school, this has been a truly remarkable way to begin my tenure. One of the most rewarding and wonderful aspects of joining WMed on the occasion of its 10th anniversary has been the opportunity to meet with and talk to many of our donors who have so generously stepped forward to support the mission of the medical school. We owe a deep debt of gratitude to our major donors, to our foundation funders, our corporate and business partners, our vendors, our employees, our students, our alumni, parents, and community friends. Without the engagement of our 3 affiliates, Western Michigan University, Ascension Borges, and Bronson Healthcare, and all the stakeholder groups from across our community and region, this 10th anniversary celebration would not have been possible. Today's anniversary celebration is truly the beginning of WMed's next decade. This live virtual celebration has made it possible for stakeholders and supporters of WMed from 25 states, 3 foreign countries, to actively participate in our annual gala, which was previously only available to a very small group of stakeholders in our local region. Today, we are accessible to the entire globe. We are seeing the dawning of the national and international profile of WMed truly unfold. Now, it gives me great pleasure to announce that you, all of our supporters, have stepped forward financially to provide support to the next decade of medical education at WMed. This event, the WMed Live A First Decade Celebration, has raised $5.8 million. These funds will provide an expanded array of educational opportunities for our learners in the next decade and beyond. This includes a special donation by John Stryker, grandson of Homer Stryker, and his husband, Slobodan Rangelovic, to establish 2 new diversity scholarship programs to significantly increase the number of students who are underrepresented in the field of medicine to come to Kalamazoo and study medicine and help us create a community of physicians that reflects the people we serve. The first scholarship program will support students entering the Master of Science in Biomedical Sciences degree program, which is one of WMed's highly successful pipeline programs to attract students of color to come to WMed and to prepare them for admission to the school's MD program. The second scholarship program will provide enhanced access and opportunity for students underrepresented in medicine to receive full scholarship support to earn their degree at WMed. Both scholarships will play a pivotal role in supporting the medical school's strategic goals in significantly enhancing the opportunities for students of color to study medicine at WMed. These scholarships will play a key role in enabling the medical school to become a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive learning community. We are deeply grateful to Mr. Stryker and Mr. Rangelovic and to all of our donors and supporters. Additional funds raised through the gala will support the core mission of the medical school and provide enhanced educational opportunities for students, like emergency funds to support those students who experience unexpected financial emergencies, medical research opportunities, funds to develop community partnerships and support student volunteer programs, as well as enhanced scholarship support, and so much more. Your generosity will make it possible for our medical school to thrive during the new decade ahead. Thank you so very much. I want to thank our 2 co-chair couples for leading this year's anniversary gala. Without their engagement and financial support, this celebration would not have been possible. To the people at home watching us today, please join me in thanking Bill Johnston and Rhonda Stryker, along with Bill and Barbara Parfait, for their leadership. And now I turn the podium over to our two gala co-chair couples to bring our anniversary program to a close, beginning with Bill Johnston and Rhonda Stryker.
This has really been a great celebration, and we can't thank you enough for joining us this afternoon to celebrate WMed's 10th anniversary. Give our founding dean a great send-off today and kick off a new, bold future under the thoughtful leadership of our new dean, Dr. Paula Termeulen. Bill?
Well, as we wind up, I think we can say, what a celebration, what a day, what an afternoon, what a town, what a region. Think of this town now, founded in the early 1800s. We made celery for a while. We made paper for a while. We made taxi cabs for a while. We made prescription drugs, hips, knees, everything. Now we make physicians. But it's more than that. We're a town with a medical school. How many towns our size, how many towns can say they've got a medical school? Well, those who do are wonderful places to live. And so aren't we lucky that after 10 years, we can celebrate the foundation of this wonderful medical school and all it will do for our wonderful region. It's just terrific. As always, there have been two elements to this great town. One is that we transform ourselves. We're not afraid of transformation. We'll try new things. And secondly, we always care about each other. To Ron and Bill, it's been a real pleasure to serve with you for this event here today. Both Barbara and I appreciate the opportunity to have worked with you. But more than that, and I say this to everybody watching today, this is another example of your transformational leadership in what you've done for this great town. There have been those who go before you and those who come after, but what you're doing to make this such a great place to live is appreciated by everybody here, beyond belief. So we celebrate those 10 years. We celebrate Dr. Hal Jensen's wonderful leadership, and we now represent and wish Dr. Termeulen all the best as she takes over the reins. What a great transitional day this has been. In closing then, let me thank those who were involved in this kind of video experiment, kind of half live, half scripted, half impromptu, and half by those around the world who have come together to say thank you. But the students, the faculty, the administration, and even K-Zoom have done a wonderful job. They've worked tirelessly to make this a great experiment for us and a wonderful evening. Also, thank you for those who continue to support WMed. Your contributions are what's going to continue this transformation and allow us to continue as a community to care for each other. Now, next year, we'll be in person. You won't have to push a green button. The date is May 21st, 2022. Write it down. May 21st, 2022, we'll all be here together. So in closing then, thanks to the gala sponsors, thanks to the donors, and of course, thank for Jack Mosser and his crew for putting all this together. Now we're going to sign off now, and we've got a little fun thing we're going to do. But before we do, don't turn your TV off right away, because even better than the news now is going to be a little clip of some of the bloopers that were developed as we went through the screening for all this. So thanks for coming. Thanks for being part of this. Now I'm going to count to 1 through 3, and to the 10 years, to the deans, we're going to say thanks to everybody. So thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
You're watching WMed Live.
Wait, are we
going WMed Live?
WMed Live. Hopefully not too awkward for certain people.
Oh, no, don't read the label.
This is hot.
It's really hot.
It gets hot.
Okay.
Hal. Dean Jensen.
Dr. Jensen.
Dr. Jensen.
People ask that about the dean. Does he have a heart?
Right. And what's the answer?
If you have a stethoscope, you can prove it.
Thank you for choosing Kalamazoo. Thank you for choosing Western Michigan University.
So I have one brother. He's 9 years older than I am. His name is Dean.
You have worked tremendously hard. You've made an impact. You've been an asset to the school and to the community. So I wish you and your family the very best for the future. Enjoy that travel that I know you love.
And for the first few years, when people in the medical school would refer to me or call me Dean Jensen, I kept looking over my shoulder wondering, is my brother here?
Hal, I'm here in a vaccine clinic in Chicago, administering vaccine,
helping other professionals administer that vaccine. And this is a testament to the work that we have done together to create and enable interprofessional workforce.
Zoom, zoom. That's the sound of a fast race car. You haven't seen anything yet until you've seen the history of the first 10 years of Western Michigan University Medical School.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your commitment and dedication to our work. And thank you from all of the millions of clinicians who have benefited from your wisdom, insight, and leadership over the years.
And you know when you're a kid and they make you read things out loud and you're like, I don't know how to read out loud. Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
I wanted to say to Hal, absolute congratulations, deep appreciation.
Are we all saying it together? What are we saying? Okay.
Please enjoy the show.
But you did a heck of a job, Hal, and no one else could have done it. It is your baby. You took it all the way through to maturity, and I appreciate you're ready to turn the reins over to the next leadership.
Oh man, this is okay, good.
We want to celebrate and acknowledge that without Hal, we wouldn't be where we are today. And I will be forever thankful and appreciative of his leadership.
Fall back.
So we wish Hal, although he's much too young to retire, continued success.
Hal, I want to say thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you. It's been a pleasure learning about medical schools, to see how to run an incredibly high-class, first-rate institution and how to build it. And you should take enormous pride in that feat and the legacy that it will leave both in the individual lives of doctors and medical students who will come, but also for this town.
And we hope you'll watch our celebration on Zoom. If you don't believe us, guess what? That's what you're supposed to say.
Thanks for watching WMed Live.